All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. It's that time of the week. Top freaking comments.
That time of the week, it's not that time of the month.
Thank
So,
God.
yes. So go to town on your comments and also like, subscribe, and also become a YouTube member for God's sakes for some amazing giveaways that we do quite frequently here in the show.
All right, let's do it. Top comments. We love every damn comment, even if they're not nice. We don't care. Here we go. Let's go. 28, ErnieB. Being practical is why the Vikings are in this mess. Trade up, get our quarterback, let Kirk go, build a nasty O-line, and get an edge rusher. Wow. He wants a lot of things.
Easier said than done. Easier said than done. We already talked about last year. They apparently tried to trade up to get Anthony Richardson. You got to have a dance partner to move up, and the Colts were not willing to make that deal. So I think they've tried it. They'll probably try it again. Will they find a dance partner? I don't know. But then you're just like, oh yeah, build a nasty O-line. Do all these things take years. These things take time. I don't know. You can't just have these things overnight.
Yeah, Ernie's getting greedy. I mean, we all want this. This all sounds wonderful, but it's almost like you got to pick or choose. I mean, looking at the free agents out there, I mean, it's building a nasty old line. I mean, you'd have to bring in like a Connor Williams, a center like that, probably a different guard as well. And then the edge rusher. If we're trading up, we're not getting one in the draft, so we got to pay somebody else too. So wants a lot of things. I'll take one of them. I'll take one of them.
I want Ernie. Is that his name? I want to see Ernie give us the way this happens. Like, show us the way, Ern, please.
Show me the way. Bum, bum.
Okay, you know what? You can sing. Don't become the drums.
Oh, you're right. BK would rather have Jordan Travis in the 4th than McCarthy in the 2nd. And there's a lot of comments. A lot of pro McCarthy, a lot of very unpro McCarthy. Nothing in the middle.
I'll say this. I haven't made my decision yet on JJ McCarthy, but I do love me some Jordan Travis. Watching this guy's highlights are 10. I mean, he barely throws any interceptions. His interception ratio last year was like 20-5. Very safe with the football. Some kind of question the size, but he can take off and make plays with his legs. Throws a nice, beautiful pass, deep ball, whatever. I actually really like Jordan Travis, and I think if you don't get someone in that, you can't trade up, don't get someone that, early second round range, I'm definitely fine having him on the bench.
Well, his big thing is he doesn't have an arm, and he throws I mean, everybody talks about his legs, everybody talks about his playmaking ability, but his big knock is his arm and just no zip on that thing. I think I saw comparisons to Colt McCoy and Case Keenum. I mean, if this was the scenario, I would rather have Jordan Travis in the 4th just because I don't want McCarthy in the 2nd. So I don't think he's this our quarterback for the future. Maybe he's that hidden little nugget gem that turns out to be beautiful, but I'd be fine with it.
Hey, how about this? Take JJ McCarthy at 42, and you take Jordan Travis as your last pick in the 4th round.
I don't know if I'd even finish watching the draft.
I actually like when teams do that. Like you saw the Reds, or when they were the Redskins, when they drafted RG3, then they took Kirk Cousins in the 4th. I don't mind going back to back at quarterback and having a couple options. It seems to work.
I wouldn't mind it if they like when they took RG3 though, they knew they had somebody. You take McCarthy, he's still kind of like, hey, we don't know if he's going to be that good. Like if you get the sure thing and then take another one in the 4th, that's much better.
But was RG3 the sure thing? He lasted what, 2-3 years there? And
when he was drafted, he was the sure thing.
He was supposed to be the sure thing.
Oh, he was good until his injury. He was a sure thing.
But I don't hate that. I don't hate that approach, even if it's later. Like get a couple guys, have some options.
That's fine. I just don't want the first one to be McCarthy. I want him to be better.
Yeah. Again, I need to do a little more work on him, but I'm not really very warm on him.
Mr. Deck 6969. I will spread my butt for Kirk if he gives us a discount. And again, kind of like McCarthy, everybody is so sure. They put their GM hats on. They're like, we can't sign Kirk. We're done. Or we have to sign Kirk or we're not going to be anywhere. So Mr. Dick if he gets a discount, he's going to be very happy.
Mr. Dick might just have the comment of the year. I don't think anything needs to be said about that. Very visual. I don't know what he looks like, but I pictured him doing that.
Yeah, and you know what? I think the discount is not going to happen. Just don't see it happening. I think Kirk's going to go get paid somewhere. I'm not going to read D Green's whole thing. He basically, I'll sum it up. We're morons. We're idiots because we don't want Russell Wilson. Everybody, his teammates love Russell Wilson. We should want him. He's a perfect fit. Which again, we don't mind when people call us morons, and maybe we are. Maybe Russell Wilson next year will have a great year somewhere. But thoughts? He's a winner, and he can win in the awful NFC. We need to sign him.
I'm sticking with what we said before. I think he's just not a fit for this locker room right now. A guy who's isolating. And I don't know if you ever called him a cancer, but we called him definitely maybe not a great fit for the culture. It just seems like
D Green is saying that that's not true.
he
So either
raises
we know or
himself
he doesn't
above
know.
everybody else. That's the reports that we've heard. So I haven't heard a lot of teammates come out, especially in the Denver days, that say, hey, we love this guy. He was a great person to play with. Maybe there is. I'm sure there's a few. There always seems to be. But he beat our ass last year. Well, no, we kind of fumbled that game away. But I don't know, 36 years old. I'm just not interested in
Hey,
Russell Wilson.
I don't care if he's a dick or not. If he's going to win games, I don't care who we sign at this point. My issue is I don't know if he's very good anymore. I don't know if he would win games. And Russell Wilson, everybody says, and you see it, like he needs a good running game to do his thing, play action, all that stuff. We don't have that. So I just don't think he's a good fit. Don't want him ever.
No, not interested.
Eric Horn, while I wouldn't mind Tannehill, if you're going to use a bridge quarterback, I would just roll with Dobbs and use the extra money on other players.
Well,
thoughts on just saying we'll go with Dobbs instead of a bridge?
If Dobbs is your bridge quarterback, you're going to probably bridge yourself to the first pick next year because he's just not very good. A lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers, just some really gross football. And also the thing with Dobbs that everybody seems to forget, like where his ball placement was. He's hanging receivers out to get killed. JJ, was out of that Raiders game. I think a couple running backs, the same thing, where you're throwing the ball high and they're reaching and expose their ribs to safeties or corners coming in on big hits. Not good.
I wish I had a clip where we could pull up where after Dobbs did his beautiful miracle, you and I were talking about he could be the next guy.
Of course.
No, we're just like,
what we do. We ride the wave of emotion here at the Onebar and Lupagus show.
Well, the thing with this comment is like Dobbs isn't a bridge quarterback. He's more of a like the rocks you step on to get through the river. He's not even a bridge yet. So if you're going to go with Dobbs, your whole assumption is we're basically tanking without tanking. We're going to get our quarterback next year and just build some players this year. Like you would go into it knowing you're going to suck. There's not anything saying maybe he's the guy.
Yeah, I mean, Dobbs was demoted down to the third string quarterback there for a while. Yeah, end of the year he was the backup, but no, I would rather go with Nick Mullins than Dobbs.
Oh my God, Patrick Lee Harms. I know DeJean very well, and he would be an absolute stud at pick 11. He plays like a wide receiver. He loves getting interception and always makes sure turns him into pick 6. He's a day one starter in multiple positions, hell of a punt returner. If we got Cooper DeJean at 11, Harms would blow his low. I mean, he's an Iowa guy. He loves Iowa guys.
Apparently, he knows them very well on a personal level. I like to think.
I believe it. I believe it.
Do they play a little rummy together? Do they come over and maybe play some Fortnite? Do they have beers together? I mean, how well does Harms know Cooper DeJean?
Rummy to Fortnite was a very large gap. Like 90-year-olds play rummy. Young bucks played. I mean,
I don't know what they do. I was giving a wide range. I don't know how old Harms is. He looks like he could be 30. Maybe he's 42.
I bet Harms is 36 years old.
Could be 27. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thought, whether it's any cornerback at 11. I mean, edge seems to be a popular position, D-line, somewhere like that. But maybe the best value when all said and done will be in the defensive backfield.
Well, with him, with Cooper, I love this guy. I love him. At 11, it's like if you take him, so they're saying he can play corner, he can play safety, multiple spots. Like if we're going to take him to play corner, I mean, Arnold, Wiggins are going to, I mean, Mitchell's, they're all going to be, it's like, would you take him over those guys? And if you're going to play him at safety, I mean, he's like a safety / corner. It's like, we already got that in Josh Metellus. So I don't know. You have to trade back and get him.
Yeah, I don't know. But at least Patrick Lee Harms would be very excited to get his good friend, his rummy pal here on the team.
Well, watching him is damn fun. I love DeJean. I mean, we saw the Gophers game when he returned that. I mean, he's just good. He's good. And Harms has the last one as well. He says, I remember when the show didn't even have pubes.
Yeah, well, we have full bush now that we trim up.
I won't say full bush. We're trying. But Harms, we got a lot of people that have been with us since we've had like 3 subscribers, and we greatly appreciate that. He was with us, and he stuck with us through some probably pretty excruciating episodes. So everybody that's stuck with us, we greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we thank you very, very much for that. So, man, some really good comments. They didn't always get such good laughs from these guys, from these fellas.
Yeah, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Rip us to shreds. But I will say in the comments, I've said it a couple times now. They're a little bit nicer. Not so many personal attacks. And when I see them, vote them.
Yeah, we don't want any of that. We don't need that shit going on in the comments. We don't want any trolls out there just harassing people. With the harassing. Let's go with this little fact as you guys are getting ready to start your week. A single bat can eat up to 1,200 mosquito-sized insects in an hour. Bats eat an average of 6,000 to 8,000 insects every single night.